Yes, guys, welcome from me. This is Change Manager 0102, the Fantasy Football Kickabout Part 1. Now, you have to bear with me, guys, because literally I had a very last second entry into this, and I'd already started the video, but I literally just started it and it came through, so I had to quickly restart it. So, just to give you a bit of a recap on what this is, I call it Fantasy Football Kickabout. It's nothing exciting, it's just all fun. And all I've needed from you guys, you participants, it was just your name and your chosen player. Your chosen player can be that of anybody of today's football, but he's got to be over 28. But he can be someone from back from the 95-96 update. So, and then basically, once you've got your player, I will rename him to your name, and we will just holiday and see how you progress. Now, obviously, it's a bit like the Lusanov update, is all these players that are in the game as toddlers, because how old they were in 1995, they've got that same PA, I hope, as what they had in real life, or what they've got in real life. So Harry Kane, he's in the game, but he's only like 1 year old, because he was born in 1994. The person that's chose Harry Kane will have 16, 17 years with a pre-arranged deal going to Spurs. We've just done, literally, like I say, someone's just come in now. You're going to work out who that is. So part one, obviously I'm not going to video going on holiday and simming it through. So part one, now we've got a real mixed bag of people's choices of players, and that's what I like. I've just chose Peterborough because I'm on holiday. Okay, so let's go straight into it. We've got 42 contestants, so a big thank you to all of you guys. So, we've got a little celebrity who, of course, participates in our predictions game, Louis Spinks. Yes, the Louis Spinks. And if anyone's wondering who the fuck is Louis Spinks, he is an English central defender that plays for Bologna. Friend of a friend of a friend. Louis Spinks has joined in the fun. Now, Louis Spinks, let's start with him. Can anybody guess who he might be? He's joined the game. He's already going to be an equipped player. So, he's not starting as a child. Louis Spinks is a 27-year-old Italian sweeper, defender, left centre. Just remember that this is a 95-96 database, so the positions might be a bit different to that of the ODB. But I'm sure you've worked out who this guy is. You know, an auto value, he is, of course, Paolo Maldini. So, it's going to probably be one of the oldest players. It's going to be one of the oldest players, there's no doubt about that. Steve Hall. Now, I've got to be honest with you here, Steve, right? When you told me who you want to be and you put his abbreviation, I just had a fucking spazzy moment that I didn't know who you meant. But obviously, Steve Hall, you might even work out who he is. If he's already 26 years of age and he's already got a high value, he comes equipped. Yeah, of course, he is the one and only Gabriel Batistuta. So he already looks an absolute mean machine. Now, the disadvantage of being someone already in their 20s, and it is probably the disadvantage, is you're not going to have as long a career to get trophies and stuff. But with that in mind, the likes of Binks and Hall and the rest I'm about to say will already have developed to a hell of a standard. Eben now, can anybody work out who Eben has chosen? You know, he's got so much potential. Yeah, of course. He's Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer for Eben, and I think that's the old Newcastle connection there. Gary Hanks confirmed yesterday he would like to be. Who would he like to be? Of course, Dennis Bergkamp. A nice easy one there. So we'll see how he flares up. Panos. Most of these people are all from Facebook. I think we've got one from the forums, one from Discord, the rest are all from Facebook. Panos, whose proper name escapes me, so we agreed Panos. Who is Panos? Can anybody work out who Panos is? Very young, but certainly built. Yeah, of course, he is Javier Zanetti. John Maurice. Now, John Maurice is a friend of a friend, but John Maurice is who I am connected with Louis Spinks. John Maurice. Who is John Maurice? I think his first option wasn't available, but yeah, you can work out who his next option was. A very young Roy Keane. Roy Keane. Might be a few red cards there for John Maurice. We'll see how he flares up. On to the next one. Thomas Tunnicliffe, an English 20-year-old. Who could he be? Who could he be? An English 20-year-old, midfield centre, midfield right. Yeah, of course, there can only be one. That's exactly what he was on the ODB. It is David Beckham. David Beckham. We'll call him Andrew, but Drew Lunar Europe Andrew. Now, Andrew told me I was at work with Andrew. Sorry, so he's not part of so much the CM group, but Andrew told me who his favourite player of all time is, and somebody else went for him, but he was already gone. We've got Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry, 17 years of age, already a nice value for a 17-year-old. We'll see how he flares up. Just to remind you guys, all the leagues are open on this database. So we'll just double check that with you, just show you that. All the leagues are open. And also, before I go any further with the next set of players, big thank you to Campbell Fullerton, aka Cam on the forums, for this database, this fucking masterpiece of a database, which is downloadable from the forums, guys. Okay, but this gets better. You haven't even seen it. If you haven't seen this before, you haven't even seen how good this gets. Okay, next person, Justin. Justin, little bit of a surprise, Justin, as to who you chose. Yeah, of course, he's chosen the footballer slash actor slash wank. This is, of course, Vinnie Jones. He's going to have the shortest career of everybody, I feel. Good luck with that one. Lewis Gilbert. Now, Lewis Gilbert is an American slash Brit from Discord. Lewis, who has he chosen? Can anybody work it out there? Watford striker, Kevin Phillips. I think I probably wouldn't have got that, to be honest with you. If you'd said Sunderland striker, I'd have worked it out. But I didn't know he was. I didn't know he was there first. So we'll see how you flare up. It's a good one. Jamie Madden from Facebook. Jamie Madden, a 15-year-old Liverpool attacking midfielder, right centre. Who are you, Jamie? Who are you, Jamie? Yeah, of course. I mean, most people would see him as a defensive midfielder, but I think when he was a kid, he was attacking midfielder. It is the one and only Stevie G. Now, you'll notice on this database, you cannot see the fourth column attributes. I don't know what the injury prone of these guys are. And I'm not going to go into editing a saved game just to check it. You'll just have to fucking deal with it. Okay, so on to page 2 then. Right, now, bit of a spoiler there for what's coming. But let's just do these first 3. Philip Stewart. Philip Stewart, a big Liverpool diehard fan. Going back a bit like the Gerrard sort of thing with the injury prone. But of course, that is the one and only Michael Owen. Michael Owen, 15 years of age. John McGrath. John McGrath. He is Irish, so he was always going to probably go for an Irishman, and he has gone for Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane, only $500,000 value, but he is only 14 years of age. He's going to about to turn 15 years. We'll see how he flares up. And he's got a 5-year contract. How'd you like that? And finally, before we go into the babies, now this is a joke one, but Garry Johnston did not send me his player. I was disgusted. So, I just decided to put Garry Johnston in myself. I thought I'll pick a player, and I'm going to leave Garry Johnston to Anco to work out who Garry Johnston is. Attacking midfielder, Northern Irish, Crewe, Alexandra, 24 years of age. There you go. We're going to leave that with you. If anyone knows who Garry Johnston is, that is a little Easter egg for you there. Who is Garry Johnston? Okay, now, this is what I was saying about. If you haven't already seen this update, then this is amazing. Let's go to the first player then. Andrew Vince, or Andy Vince. He is, this guy, a 1-year-old. He qualified. He will have several years of developing before he gets his pre-arranged deal. You've seen he's already got a pre-arranged deal. He looks the bollocks, don't he, for a 1-year-old. He's now become amongst one of my favourites to be the most successful. One amongst my favourites. So Andy Vince, and he is of course Diablo, and he will be going for his trade in the Argentine second tier when he gets his move. And as we can see, that's in 15 years time. So when he's 16 years old, just how will Andy Vince look like? And this is what I made about this database. In all honesty. For what I'm doing on it, the interactive side of things, I think it's a remarkable database, no doubt about that. I think I'd struggle to play a proper solo game on it, if I'm truly honest with you. But I mean, I've done a Euro 96, but I think it's brilliant. So Baz Chambers, my brother, surprisingly, was going to go with Oh shit, what's his name? Fucking hell, I've had a complete mind blank. Chelsea defender. Thiago Silva. He sent me a message saying Thiago, and I said, well, if it's Thiago Silva, he's gone. And he says, he goes, no, the other one at Liverpool. So he is Thiago Alcantara. But of course, he's getting a pre-arranged deal to Barcelona in 12 years' time when he's 16. So big move there. Somebody said to me about Lionel Messi has got a 1 cap for Argentina, and it's to stop him playing for another nation. I don't believe that for a minute, because same could happen here with Thiago Alcantara. He could end up playing for Brazil. So I think that's just a slight error, but it's not a massive one. Okay, on to Daryl Barnett. Who is Daryl Barnett? He's a 9-year-old forward. I can't even remember most of these myself. A 9-year-old forward. He is Wayne Rooney, and he'll be going to Everton in 6 years' time. Yeah, just reading that right. So he's going to be going to Everton when he's 15 years of age. Interesting. I don't know how that's determined, by the way. On to the next one then. Ian Williams. Ian Williams is a 12-year-old striker. Who's he going to? He is going to West Ham, and that is Jermaine Defoe. And he's going in 4 years' time. So good luck there. Illy Stevkov. Illy Stevkov, well, he was always going to go for one certain player. With him being from Macedonia, Illy, he has gone for Goran Pandev, and he'll be going to Inter Milan in 6 years' time when he's 17. So summer 16, summer 17. You gathered that Rooney is 15. So Illy Stevkov, if I remember rightly, when I did the fantasy football thing before, he did pretty fucking well, Illy. So good luck there, Illy. Jamie Baxter confirmed last night. He had to put a bit of thought in this. Jamie Baxter, a bit like the Matt Tierney, and it's funny really, because like Matt Tierney, I didn't mean Matt Tierney, I meant Andy Vince. Like Andy Vince, Jamie said he wants to put a lot of thought into this. So who has Jamie chose? He's a big Liverpool fan. You've worked out who he is. He is Alisson, and of course he did. You know, he will go to Brazil, but I think he'll end up making it big. There's no doubt about that from Jamie. Good luck there. On to the next lot of players. Carl Rhodes. Carl Rhodes did choose someone and then changed it, which was fine because he was still available. He is, of course, Lewandowski. And that's a great move. Lewandowski, he'll move to Liège in 2004, 9 years. So he'll be 15. He'll be 15 years of age. Kevin Gilmartin, 11 years of age. Looks pretty decent for an 11-year-old child. Sound like fucking Jimmy Savile. And he's going to Barcelona. Looks decent for an 11-year-old. That is so bad. Lee Rees. Lee Rees, a 4-year-old Belgian. He is Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard is going to be Lee Rees. Good luck there, Lee. You will be going to Lille in 13 years' time when you are 17 years of age. Lee Sylvester, a surprise one. Let's just hope he don't have any fireworks, because he will be Mario Balotelli. And he'll go, of course, in Sorry. Hang on a minute. He's going to go in 9 years' time then. I'm reading that right? Yeah? He's going to go in 9... No, I'm not talking about 9 years' time, you fucking retard. He's going to go in 11 years' time. But the fuck am I? I swear my mathematics is fucking shocking. Okay, so that's... Lisa West. Mark Rutgers, an 11-year-old. Now, this must be his player, his favourite player. Mark is Dutch, of course, and Mark is going with Wesley Schneider. Good luck there, Mark. On to the next one then, Mark Brown. Mark Brown, I think Mark Brown's picked a real solid player. He's not obviously a baby. He's not 1, 2, 3 years old, but he's not into. He's not an adult yet. He's gone for Vidic. It's a solid player from him. 4 years, he will make his move. Mark Whittaker. Mark Whittaker, I think initially went with Makalele, then thought, you know what, I'll be better off going for a lot younger player to develop, and I think it was the right thing to do personally, particularly on the player that he was going to be. He has gone, of course, for probably the regen of Makalele, probably, Kante. So Kante is a great player. We'll see how Mark flares up there. Matt Collier-Brown, well, I'm surprised this wasn't the first player to go, but Matt Collier-Brown has gone for, of course, 1 cap for Argentina. He has gone for Lionel Messi, 8 years of age. He'll be moving in 9 years' time at the age of 17 to Barcelona. So this is what came up about Messi. He's got a cap for Argentina. It's clearly a bug. It's got nothing to do with, I don't believe it's got anything to do with ensuring he plays for Argentina ahead of Spain, because otherwise you'd do that for all of them that have got dual nationalities. But nevertheless, fuck that. Matt Collier-Brown, when we do an update and we see how many caps he's got, if he gets caps, we will take 1 cap off you. But yeah, so obviously a lot of potential. How will Matt Collier-Brown flare up for as the new Messi? Matt Tierney, again, we've got so many diehard Liverpool fans in this cluster. Matt Tierney, Argentine defensive midfielder. Matt Tierney, I picked up his message this morning, and he has gone, of course, with Javier Mascherano. And, you know, that's the Liverpool connection there. The very best of luck to you there. Michael Clarkson. Michael, I think you were a little bit dubious as to just what the fuck was happening on this game. So all you've done, Michael, is give me your name, give me your chosen player, and I'm going to holiday and see how you flare up. Bit like what we did before, but a little bit more simpler. So nothing too complex. Can anybody guess who Michael Clarkson has gone for? Now he probably knows how the game's going. I bet he's like, oh, for fuck's sake, why did I pick such a shower of shit? So he has gone for Joo-Sung Park. You never know. You never know. He might surprise a few people. He don't look great. He still is only 15. Jimmy Savile would be intrigued. Okay, so that's my... So, on to the 4th page. The last page. Michael Page. Now, Michael Page was a number filler here because I said to Mike, I said, Mike, I'm going to put you in as so-and-so. He likes doing this sort of stuff. He likes me doing this sort of stuff, but he's not really fussed who he is. So originally I put him as Salah, then Gerrard, then I put him as Salah, then I changed it this morning to make way for somebody else. So who is he? He's obviously a Liverpool player, and you may know him as a midfield centre of today, still playing today. Who is he? 5 years of age. Great player in my opinion. Jordan Henderson, I think he is an absolute solid player. So Mike, I thought Jordan Henderson would suit you better than Salah. I know you're probably a bigger fan of Henderson than you are of Salah, so good luck there, Mike. Mike Evangelou. So Mike Evangelou, who are you? You all know who Mike is, and I think he was very shocked to get this guy. He was very, very shocked. I think he was going to go... Who were you going to go, Mike? I think you were going to go Zlatan originally, and then you thought, fuck, if he's still available, I'll take Cristiano Ronaldo. So he is Ronaldo, of course, and he'll be moving in 7 years' time to Sporting, and he's going to have that high potential. I mean, look at that, a 10-year-old, absolutely crazy. So good luck there. On to the next one, Pepe Page. Now, Pep was one of the first people to give me a player. I'm going to make Pep amongst one of my favourites to do well. Who is Pep? Who is Pep? I'll tell you what, that is one fucking tall 1-year-old Pep. Pep, of course, is Harry Kane. And he's going to get a move to Spurs in 15 years' time. 16 years old he'll be, soon to be turning 17. Who knows what Pep will do? Who knows? On to the next one then. Pete Rudd. Pete Rudd has chosen a 7-year-old forward that Rolf Harris will like the look of. And he is, of course, Karim Benzema. Recently moved in real life, of course. So definitely will have a good potential. Pete Rudd, good luck. You never know. You never know. The very, one of the last people... I've just thought of someone that I've not added in. So apologies. Come back to that in a minute. Redknapp69. Now, I don't know Redknapp's proper full name, so I'll just put him as Redknapp69. Redknapp is from the forums, of course. It's an easy one who Redknapp is. Of course it is. He did have a couple that he would be in order of preference. And you have got, of course, Redknapp, you have got Mo Salah, a 3-year-old Egyptian. Look at it. I mean, look at him. Finishing 20, mate. Do you know what? Who knows what you could go on to become. Definitely, I expect from you... African Player of the Year at least twice. Okay, then on to the next one. Ross Horn, 13 years of age, attacking midfielder, English, top of my head, I'm trying to remember who he is, but I can't remember, so let's go straight to it. Joe Cole. So he is Joe Cole, going to West Ham, of course, in 3 years' time. So good luck, Ross, with that one. Shane Wright. Shane Wright is not a CM player. He's a work colleague. He's not a CM player. And so I'm going to cut him some slack. A bit like the Justin. I'm gonna. Justin picked Vinnie Jones. Shane has picked. Who has Shane picked? I think he only picked this player because he's been around a bit and probably rates him for whatever reason. But yeah, this is Scott Carson. I think he went with Scott Carson because he was in the news recently, weren't he? Was he on the bench for Man City in the Champions League final? And he was on the bench with Liverpool in the 05 Champions League final. He's a goalkeeper that's got 2 medals for doing jack shit. So good luck, Shane. Trevor Choi. Right, who is he? I thought this guy would get picked a lot quicker. Choi was quite happy to get him. There's only one Belgian player like that. 4 years of age. And of course, he's only recently turned 4 years of age. So he's going to... 17 years of age, he'll get his move to Genk. That is, of course, Kevin De Bruyne. It's not finally, but Wayne Chester, South Korea. Very, very versatile, of course. He's going to be Ming Song. And there is a player that I have missed, and I don't know why I've missed him. And I apologise. Did I miss him? Did I not even... I didn't add him to my shortlist. That's what it was. So, Stu Murtagh, Jamie Vardy, so that's what it was, that's why he weren't there. So Stu Murtagh is Jamie Vardy, at 8 years of age, look at that, lethal finishing. Stu, I don't know what your PA is, without going into the editor, which I'm not going to do, so you'll just have to fucking deal with it. But I would say you've got a PA of, I don't know, it's got to be 180, 190, something like that. Somebody asked me a question... if Maxman Sigalko was on the game. I didn't think he was, which is good. So, that is it then, guys. We've got 43 players. 43 players for the launch of our fantasy football. Now, this is part 1, so I am going to leave it running probably overnight. What that means, guys, is... you've still got a little bit of time. If you've got any player if you want to jump in, let me know, because I'm not going to do it till tonight when I've come home from work. And then, so if you think, you know what, shit, I missed it. When I get home from work, I will put you in before I do it. So if you do still want to be in this, I mean, it's all a bit of fun. I think it's going to be even more fun to have someone like, I mean, I can really, Justin, I might do overnight holiday mode, come back and he's retired, and I might not get much from Justin. For the simple reason, he might not do much. He might not do much at all. But nevertheless, we will see how we go. I'm doing 2 saves of this. I'm going to maintain 1 save, which I'm going to keep as a default. And then I'm going to make another save, which I'm going to have the auto save on, just in the event of any crashes during holidaying. So... who's my favourite? I mean, I think Justin's going to do shit. I think Justin will do shit. I think, truth be told, if I'm going to be really honest, I think Shane will do shit with Scott Carson. I don't know. You know what? It's interesting. Who knows? Who knows? Who's going to be the best? I mean, Messi, Ronaldo, you'd expect. But you're going to have long careers from my 2 favourites. Which is Pep and Andy Vince. I expect them to do well. I think Jamie Baxter will do well. I think Salah will do well. I don't remember talking about... Hang on a minute. I don't remember talking about Dave Tresidder. What happened there? Am I missing something? Did I miss a page? I've gone right past you, haven't I, Dave? Mate, I'm not even sure what the fuck happened there. How did I get through? How did I get past Dave? How did I not talk about Dave? Dave, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry, but did I miss anybody else then? Stu, we've done Stu, Shane, Daryl, Mike, Philippe. Did I do Philippe? No, I didn't do... I must have missed a page. I apologise. Philippe, Darella, who are you? You are, of course, Thiago Silva. You look a rock. I'm so sorry, guys. I missed a few of you, but we'll get to it now. Good job I checked it, weren't it? So, I bet at the time you were like, you fucking cunt. So, Thiago... so, yeah, next page 3. Kevin, did I do... Yeah, Eddie, Ian, Ross, Martin Keane. Did I do? No, I didn't do Martin Keane, did I? I must have missed a page. I apologise. Martin Keane, you of course are the one and only, the God, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Look at that, balance, bravery, flair. Finishing 13 years of age. You are going to make your move in 2 years' time. 15 years of age. Martin Keane, good luck. Good luck. We did Brown, we did Philip Stewart. We did Stewart, didn't we? Clarkson, Jay Madden, we did him. Thomas, Panos, Lewis, John Maurice. What? Right, okay. Yeah, looks like we've got everybody. And finally, Dave Treasurer. Dave was always going to go with a Southampton legend. He was going to go with Matt Letizia. Bit like the Mark Whittaker going with Claude Makelele. He says, well, would it be better to get a youngster? So he was looking at players that he could be that were Southampton. Of course, Mane was Southampton. He will go to Metz. So Dave, good luck. You're going to be battling. I think you're going to be battling Mo Salah for the African Player of the Year. So it's between you and we'll call him Redders, Redknapp 69. 69 Redders. So you're going to be up against Redders for a number of awards, I would imagine. With that in mind, let's just have a quick look. So we've got Redders from Egypt. So we've got a bunch of Argentines, a couple of Belgians, Brazilians. Only a couple of Brazilians. No one has picked Neymar, Iniesta, Raheem Sterling. There are still some players available, so I'm using this as a bit of a fucking selling pitch as well. Lots of English players, of course. A couple of Spaniards, Baz and Kevin. A couple of Frenchmen, or a few Frenchmen. A couple of Dutch, a couple of Irish. A couple of Italians. A couple of Koreans, which is great to see. Yeah, we've got a bit of everything. And very, very, very quickly, let's just... we will have one more look at any players that have not been picked yet of interest. Raheem Sterling, Ward-Prowse. That was one you could have done, Dave. Thinking about it now, Ward-Prowse. I didn't know he was in the game. That's because he's just snuck into the game, isn't he? Because of his date of birth. So basically, they need to be 1 year old on the 2nd of July. So we're very, very lucky. No, they could have probably done it in June, couldn't they? I don't know. So Ward-Prowse is a notable player. John Stones, Ross Barkley, Ox Chamberlain, Jesse Lingard, prick, Eric Dyer, Jack Wilshere, Neymar is still there, Phil Jones, if you want to lose. Plenty of other players, Danny Welbeck. I know Iniesta's there somewhere. I mean, I'll put it in order of age. Ched Evans, if you want to go out on a rape night. A few players will join you. Mendy, I'm sure, is around. Ryan Giggs. No one picked Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes. None of them picked it. I messaged my other brother. He didn't answer, so I fucking left him out. James Milner will be in there somewhere. You know, there are still some real quality players, but in terms of the 1 year olds, who, as I've just shown you there, I mean, this is obviously filtered out. These are only famous players in the region. So yeah, Stuart Downing, Gary Cahill would be a good one. Gascoigne is available. Carlton Cole, Yakubu, Stephen Pierce. So that's it then, guys. So if you do want if you want in on this, this will be the last moment. This will be the last knock-ins. Then it's all systems go. You know, it's all fun, and we'll see how we go. So I'm just going to make sure we've got everything saved, ready for this. We will do this tonight, and 43 players. So it's hard. You know, we'd have to. Yeah. Okay. So Lewis Binks is already a capped player. Yeah, look at that bullshit. So yeah, just before we go, very, very quickly, who is the Easter egg? Garry Johnston. I think on YouTube, Garry, you are... I'm trying to remember what your ID name is. Is it the Cheeky Monkey? Hopefully, Garry, you're looking at it and you are watching with disgust. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, Garry, right? If you can tell me who you are, I will then put you as Gascoigne, alright? And I'll put this player back into the game. And that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, take it easy.